transition if I can, because there are new laws also about losing licenses or having licenses revoked and suspended under different circumstances. That's also coming out now. There's a new bill, I think it was Senate Bill 236, right?
That's right.
And that's going to be enacted January of 2013, and that's going to affect people's ability to legally drive.
It is. It's the big impact is going to be more on folks who have lost their license, and I don't mean lost as in you've misplaced it, but lost as in it's been suspended or revoked. Senate Bill 236 is intended to impact folks who've been convicted of DUIs, plus other folks who are under other types of suspensions that are eligible for a limited driving permit.
All right, so Bubba, biggest change. If you were kind of giving me my tease, what are the biggest things people have to know that this new law is going to affect?
Well, one thing that's very important that wouldn't be available to you if you didn't know what was going on is that the Department of Driver Services has talked to the Attorney General, and they're allowing people who are going to have a second and 5 to go ahead and take advantage of the law in terms of preparing yourself for when your case is over. For example, if your case was over 120 days before, say, January 2nd was the first day that you could get a license, you can go ahead and do your suspension the whole 120 days, and on January 2nd get your interlock put in, as well as get your limited permit for the next 8 months.
So this law, when you talk about second and 5, you're talking about your second
DUI.
Second DUI in 5 years.
Correct.
Right. So when we're talking about this law, what it's doing is it's changing whether or not you can get a temporary permit and when or whether you can get an interlock device put on your vehicle.
Right, and being able to get a restricted license after a first offense when you have a limited permit is different from the type of conditions and places you can go on a second DUI when you have to have interlock 2. So you go 4 months with no license whatsoever, and that's for you can't drive for any purpose. It used to be you had 12 months, but you can go ahead and take advantage of getting all those conditions done before the date that this thing comes into effect, and you could even get credit for the time you've already been without a license. If you dispose of your case, the day you do that, your license is taken right then, and you can go ahead and get credit for that and do all of the other conditions that the court's going to require you to do. So having a lawyer who knows the law can help you be prepared, and the timing of when you do this can be so critical for certain people in sales jobs that slow down around Christmas. It could be critical that you put the suspension in around, say, middle of November, so that you can be back up and running when spring comes.
So here's